So yeah, I was a bit of an idiot. I finished a very strict carnivore 7 days. I was just eating beef and raw beef liver and salt. Nearly, I think I had some chicken at one point and some lamb at one point. But yeah, it was basically it was 100% carnivore, very strict, and mainly just beef and beef liver. Had some amazing results after the 7 days. So basically better health than I've ever experienced as far back as I can remember in terms of skin and sleep and things like that. And so when I finished the 7 days, I fasted for 48 hours, broke the fast with a fair amount of beef. I think it was 1 or 2 kilos. And then I decided to do another 14 days carnivore. But being an idiot, I was like, well, I may as well treat a little bit, and before I do this next 14 days, I'll have some pizza. So I had nearly a whole pizza, and I mean, I didn't notice anything straight away. Um, Also, before I continue, this is going to be pretty detailed TMI, so get ready for it. I thought I'd make this just to, some people may take this as a warning. I guess this may not happen to everyone, but definitely was really bad for me, and it's still going now, just not quite as bad. So yeah, I had the pizza. The main thing I noticed straight away was that I just had crazy amounts of energy, which makes sense. My insulin hadn't really been spiked for a week, so having all that bread and garbage in there, I had crazy energy. I went out, saw some friends, came back, fell asleep, woke up in the morning, and every single part of my body hurts. Even the parts of my body that were even touching the soft bed was just agony. I could barely move. Every movement was like excruciating pain. I had zero energy, zero ability to do anything or think or whatever, and so I was just lying in bed for hours, just not being able to move. Eventually, I had to get up to drink some water, and when I stood up, I was just so unbelievably lightheaded. I couldn't really walk very well. I couldn't really stand up. Eventually, got some water. I unfortunately had some things that I had to do that day, and it was just such a nightmare. I remember I just wasn't able to converse with anyone, and my brain fog was so bad that I couldn't hold a thought or a memory in my mind for more than a few seconds, just constantly forgetting things. Um, yeah, and just being uncoordinated and in so much pain. And then it's been now 3 days. So this all started Sunday morning. It's now Tuesday, and during the whole time, I just had this, especially at the start, I had this diarrhea that was every half an hour to an hour, and it was basically just liquid coming out very slowly and so much gut pain. And that's still happening now, and that's 3 days later. And I fasted for about 48 hours, didn't fix it. I ate some fiber, didn't fix it. I'm back on carnivore now, eating meat, and again, it didn't fix it. It is better now. There's less pain, but it's still similar. In terms of brain fog is nearly gone. It's still there a little bit. It took a few days. Energy's coming back, but just the diarrhea. It's almost like I've just somehow destroyed my gut, and it can't process anything anymore, and everything's just being released as a liquid, and it's really painful, and it just doesn't stop. And yeah, and then after that, I just kept sleeping for a couple of days. I slept probably, and I never do this, I slept probably about 18 hours that first day, just sleeping, and it just didn't help. I didn't feel any better. It took a good 48 hours to feel it in any way a bit better, and I fasted that whole time as well because my body just completely did not want any food inside it. So this was utterly shocking to me. I didn't expect that at all. I mean, I thought I could get away with a pizza, but for whatever reason, carnivore diet made me super sensitive to everything else. I mean, basic things like fruit. I had a bit of fruit yesterday to get the fiber. Seems okay, but it was just shitty things like that pizza that I ate like an idiot. Um, my body's completely rejected, and it seems like I've done some pretty bad damage to my gut. So yeah, heed this as a warning. Try that at your own risk. I've definitely learned a powerful lesson and I've learned that the hard way. So I definitely won't forget it. So I'm just going to keep on OMADs. So I'll try some carnivore OMADs to see if that fixes it up. If it doesn't, I'm going to add some low carb vegetables just to get the fiber to create some bulk there. So maybe some cauliflower rice or whatever, just some low carb vegetables. And yeah, so what an interesting few days.